Do you want to introduce it because you're in the middle?
No.
I think you should introduce it.
Yeah, go on,
Big
Walid.
news, big update. Like you're regrowing your beard.
Big my good cheerleaders right there.
Yeah, right there. Question mark. Play. I don't know if you guys can see it, but we got our mascot there in the corner. He'll be on here in a bit. Don't worry.
We're wasting.
No, we're not. This is all going to be included within the first podcast episode of the WATTPOD. I said podcast twice because guess what? We're in the office. We got it. Everyone clap. All right, stop. No, that's enough. Watch it. So basically, guys, we are in the first ever WATTBA office.
It's not the office. It's the boardroom.
It's the boardroom. No, but it is in the building of the office.
Which is part of the office.
It's a boardroom. It's not the office.
Guess what?
Yeah,
it is now the pod room.
The pod room. Ooh,
Boardroom.
that's our pod.
That's our pod, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we should give some context just for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Guys, where's the camera? There's a camera. I need to get used to it.
Me and Faiq are on one camera.
I'm on that one, right?
Right there, almighty push, Nagato from Naruto. Basically, we are in the first ever WATTPOD office. By the grace of God, we can say that.
You can say Allah.
Yeah, we can say by the grace of Allah.
Okay, sorry.
Inclusive.
Generalizing.
Every religion, and even
by
if
the
you're
grace
not
of
religious,
God.
we welcome you regardless. We don't.
Alhamdulillah.
Download the app.
Yeah,
I don't care what you're into. Just download it, please. Stir into my soul and download the app. Yeah, no, this is our first ever office. We're really excited, as you guys could probably tell. It's been a while as well since we uploaded, hasn't it?
Yeah, man. Things got busy. Life got busy. People got married. People got engaged.
Amazing things were happening.
Just loads and loads
Yeah.
of blessings.
Yeah.
You know?
Alhamdulillah.
Loads of blessings.
Just scared when they stop.
Yeah.
What will happen?
So I have no idea what you just said.
Let's move
Yeah,
on.
I'm gonna
I'm very, very
It was a bit too depressing. Let's just move on.
So Walid was in a place.
So guys,
sorry. I should laugh about
this.
this.
This is
Sorry.
the intervention of Walidafy. He's been eating too many Oreos recently. He shaved off his beard, if you guys hadn't noticed.
Oh, God.
But there's a reason why. Because he's
That's why we
updated
didn't
now.
record. He didn't have to.
That's why we've been waiting. He's updated. He's now got a job. So let's just do one.
Hey. So he has a side hustle now. Because this is his main thing, right?
No, it's not.
He had to change his face.
According to the employee contract I signed, this is not the main thing.
In your heart it is.
What contract says, like, this is your side one, and this is your main one?
You don't know.
Anything to avoid tax. What?
Illuminati.
Yeah, Illuminati.
So this guy sat next to us, who people don't know, is the useless director
They're generally
of the podcast. For the business, he's amazing. Top 10, 10 out of 10, would employ again, you know? So for the podcast, I probably wouldn't.
That was very confusing. Would employ again, director, okay.
Yeah, that is
Top 10 of what as well?
Mr. Universe.
top 10 CEOs out there. He's part of those.
Okay.
Wait, yeah, you're right. Forbes magazine, hit me up.
Yes.
Certain area, Forbes. Sorbs.
So
I don't know, man. The thing is, it's been so long since we've done a podcast.
Yeah.
So right now we're
And you know
very,
what
very
else?
excited.
I'm too close to you.
Also,
So when I look to the right, it's a bit too
I know.
intimidating.
And the thing is, I'm looking directly at the camera all the time. You know, before we didn't used to look at the cameras properly. Now all I can look is the camera. Because right now there's a really bright light and that kills my eyes every time I look there.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm gonna stick to you.
The lighting isn't too great, but we're not here for the lighting. We're here for you. So if you want to
for
introduce,
us.
we're here for you. So if you want to introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, ASL.
Yes.
I don't know what it is.
I haven't done that for a while.
But,
Oh my
let's
god.
go.
Let's not do that then, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's
So
skip
my
over
age is,
that. Skip.
Right, so my name is Aqib Khan.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know. That's how I
Aqib
always.
Khan.
That's how I always introduce myself.
Easy to say.
It's a Bond thing, isn't it? 007 thing. You.
Scared of your heritage.
What? Me?
No.
Heritage. As the name was passed down.
Nothing will pass on to me yet. On the darkness minds.
I don't pass in football.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Basketball.
Can we stop glossing over? Okay, so
Yeah. Okay. So what was it? Oh yeah.
just introduce yourself, man.
Yeah. So AK Aqib Khan. and I am the founder of WATTBA. So I've been powering WATTPOD since the very beginning.
Yes, he's been holding us. First it was in his apartment, now it's in the office.
Yeah. So basically, like, it's getting better.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Shows.
I'm a professional hostage taker.
We're getting more people as well.
I don't think that's good for the
No,
business.
probably not. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Like,
Do you need a booking? We can book
do you guys
you.
have a cut in here as well?
No, this is
No, we carry on
uncut.
going. No, we just carry on going. We can cut if we need to, but
No,
We probably
it's
would.
alright.
prefer not to.
I
A friend's not gonna happen.
I prefer not to take on that much editing work.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, and well, I
No,
mean,
tell us. All right. Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
This guy, man, it's such a.
Here's
I
the
know,
crazy
I'm-
part.
I'm-
No, we got you. We got you. We'll take care of
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
All right. Here's the thing. We have discussed about WATTBA so many times.
Yeah.
We've even had our first client. We were at the place where the idea came 1st,
Mm-hmm.
but you've never been on the podcast.
Yeah, we had
It's
the
really
first
strange.
client, but not the director.
Yes, and the reason for that is because every time I ask Walidafy over here, I was like, "Hey, mate, should we do a podcast?" He just goes, "No," and then leaves.
It
Well,
leaves.
okay.
So I'm never knowing.
Alright,
He
There's a-
always takes something as well with him, which is
No,
really
no,
weird. Like he just takes stuff with him, you know.
Just
he just
yeah.
grabs whatever's random and then
Yeah.
boom, it's gone.
Actually, last time we just left an open Coke can at my place.
That was kind of rude. I apologize. But the reason is because I invited you onto the podcast, and you said no, I don't want to be on it.
Oh, did I?
Yes, I invited you, and you said no, I'm not ready. I don't want to be on it. Maybe sometime else. So when you blew me off, I was like, you know what?
Wait, you did what? All right, moving on. So basically, I think it works out quite nicely. And do you know why it works out nicely?
What's happening?
Do you know why it works out nicely? Because this is obviously the office. We've got the director,
Yes,
right?
guys.
What I would love to find out, and I'm sure what the people would like to find out, I'm sure what Walidafy would like to find out as well, is tell us a bit more of how you came up. Because obviously we had a podcast where you were sitting down in the chair, you discussed with Awat, our guy, and you mentioned shout out, yeah. Obviously you mentioned you were sitting there and he said, we need an app. From that point on, what was your process? What did you think? Who did you ask? And how did it come up?
Right. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna tell the story again on how it actually happened, Awad.
Of course.
Like, he pretty much said the right detail, but just one minor detail which I think changes a lot of things. It's so I was just sitting there at Rania Barber's, and because that's where I always get my haircut from. I mean, every now and then I went to other places as well, and
Right, you
there
cheated
have
on your
been-
barber.
No, he cheated on me by going abroad, so that was not my fault. He went on to cut someone else's hair, and and just I've always had good haircuts from other people as well, but every now and then, it does mess it up because someone doesn't know your head shape, especially if you have a weirdish head shape like me.
Yeah.
And so I was at Rania's and I was like, there's an important day coming up. I want to make sure I look good, so I'm definitely going to go to him. I'm not going to go anywhere else because I know his skill set is amazing. Like he just knows how to do it. He can probably do it blindfolded and get a great cut. And so I went there and I was waiting for him, because and I guess it's not just me who thinks that way. There was probably other people thinking that way as well. Where he is a great barber. He knows how to style someone really well. And so I just sat there, just waiting, and at the same time I was just like messaging a friend of mine, and I was just saying to him, man, I'm just still here at the barber's, bro. I know it's just a 10-minute cut or 15-minute cut, but I'm still waiting. An hour went, there's still people queued up in front of me, and whilst waiting, I was just like, oh man, I wish there was a way to easily just book in here. And then I just had a thought in my head, and I was like, wait a minute, why isn't there? There should be. I mean, there probably were, but I didn't know about them. So, and especially businesses like Rania Barbers.
Yeah, not the places that we go to, right? Most people.
Yeah, as in most people tend to I mean, there's a lot of franchises and they have their own system, they have their own applications and everything. But what about What about local businesses like Rania Barbers, who have been running it for so many years, giving amazing styles to so many different people, but they probably have the affordability to have an app for their own business. However, the reach would not be the same. So I thought to myself, you know what? Why don't I go look into actually creating something like this? And whilst I was waiting, I spoke to Albert about his own. I was like, Albert, like, what? Look, I've got this idea. Like, should I? What do you think? Will it be useful? He goes, oh my god, I would love it. We need something like this. Make it ASAP, and I want to be your first sign up. And I was like, well, great. Like, let me look into it. So, and before doing anything else, one thing, especially during university times, you learn these things before you start with anything. You may have a great idea, however, the rest of the world might not think that way.
Yeah.
So the very first thing is I actually done a survey, and getting data for survey, oh my god, it's a pain.
Yeah.
Absolute pain, because yes, you can ask your friends and your family. Like if you're just sitting in a circle, everyone's gonna be like, yeah. But then when it comes to actual stuff, it doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
So in reality, what I started doing, I was just hanging outside of some barbershops, salons, etc. I just go around and I said, like, people who just came out gave them a quick form. Like, excuse me, can you just fill that in? And I just said, look, it's for a research project that I'm doing. And they said, I think I got about 250 to 300 people to do it. And it's actually funny.
Size.
Sorry?
That's a lot of people. That's the size of a...
Yeah, and I was doing it by myself as well. So,
Wow.
and not everyone just says yes. Out of 10, maybe like one says yes. So probably spoke to like 3,000 people at a time.
Yeah.
But then again, it was over, a time frame. So I kind of just put my head into it, like, I really want to get some genuine data and stuff. So when I did it, people, there was a couple of naysayers. They were like, no, like, it's fine. But those are the ones who probably got it done real quickly. But especially those, like, it took quite some time, or maybe came out with a bad cut.
Yeah.
They were more in line with saying that, I wish I would have known what the style is going to be like, or more about the business itself.
Yeah.
And actually wouldn't have to wait this long because I'm at work and I'm running late for work. So especially people who are very busy. So yeah, just got the data, and it was really just pointing to the direction, like, go ahead and make it. And shout out to my wife, like, she's been so supportive of everything. And she actually just said,
It's got to do something, right?
yeah, that's how
Shout out to
we
Bobby.
signaled.
Free up. I don't know.
You okay?
It's got to do some sort of shout, right?
Yeah, but free up?
Free up.
Milliware.
And I can't wait till she watches this now.
No, you're gonna find out if she watches it.
Yeah, now you know.
Don't mention it. We're gonna
Don't
find
mention
out.
it. Don't put it in front
Yeah,
of
we're gonna
us.
find out.
You'll find out.
A lot of his. I can't speak. A lot of what happens from that point on is banking on. I'm just saying.
I'm not even gonna say anything. Just look.
Yeah, we
Say
probably
in
won't use
German.
that camera angle.
Say it in German so she understands.
Oh, relax, man. It's okay.
It's
okay.
This is very serious.
We get it. Getting a bit too excited.
So yeah, I mean, like, she's been so supportive about everything. Like, she's motivated me to actually do something on my own, because she always said, like, look, you are creative. You have a way of creating things and actually making it successful in some other way of other projects that I've done.
Yeah.
And she said, but it'd be just great that you do something which is your own. And yeah, this really pushed me in actually, going for it. Because if, like, having an idea is one thing, but actually going for it is a whole different.
That's what separates.
Yeah.
That's what separates everyone.
And going for it doesn't just mean like starting it. Anyone can just get someone to pay to do it and then just forget about it. Keep on maintaining on doing things. Oh my god, the amount of ups and lows you get, it's just crazy. Like the amount of times I've been, just demotivated and like, oh, it's not gonna work anyway. And
that's where you need your rock, though, right?
That's where she was, and
Where you need Patrick Star.
where I need Patrick Star.
He always lives in a rock.
Oh yeah, he does. Oh, that's good. That's quite good. That would went over my head. I actually want to ask you about, because that's a very common theme. Do you remember when we spoke to Albert about it as well? He said the same thing. He said that his wife helped him during that time. And
He made sure he said wife.
Yeah.
He never said just a random girl. He said a wife.
I think most people would refer to the wife as wife, not just random girl who lives at my house.
Yeah.
That's very rude. especially on a podcast.
Miguel at my home.
I'm just saying. There's differences.
My thing
You're right.
about
You're right.
sex.
There's subtle differences.
There are subtle differences.
Yeah, no, I'd like, look, there's one thing, with, especially with your wife, women in general, but especially with your wife, you want to respect her to the fullest. Like, you give her the respect because she's the one taking care of you and the kids and like at home. And, you know, like, we underestimate how much work, especially a wife does. It's a mother and a wife, oh my God, they do so much.
I suppose you don't realize it either until you were in that position as
Yeah,
well. Like you were going through those ups and downs, you were going through those hard times,
100%.
and that's where you.
Yeah. And like, yeah, she's always been there, like still is mentally there for me, motivates me. And, you know, I know she's like back home. She's tired. I know that.
Yeah.
And, but like, she's really, you know, pushing me and saying like, look, no, you gotta stay as long as you want. Make sure you do the work.
Yeah.
That's her way of, you know, speaking to me and motivating me. And I, you know, yeah, just respect and love her for that.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Say.
I think that's a great thing as
She'll do a
well.
heart sign for her.
That's a bit too
a bit
much.
too much.
Yeah, no, stop. All right, okay, that's fine. Yeah,
Get it? Millie M.
I get it. Yeah,
Ah.
it's
We
nice,
meant
isn't
Michael
it?
Jackson.
I thought it meant Margin, like Geo Dragon Ball Z. You know,
yeah,
it turns
right.
evil. Because we got to go evil on this. We got to go like focused
Yeah.
right now in WATTBA. That's why. Yeah,
Oh, evil. No, we're gonna go evil though. We're gonna go superpower.
we're gonna super
Full on power, innit?
Super
Because
Saiyan.
it gives you more strength.
It does, yeah. It does give you more strength.
So where were you from the times of 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock yesterday?
What?
Sorry, I just wanted to tell
Oh,
you.
What's going on?
Do you know what?
Missed
Do you know what? I looked at the camera and it looks like an interrogation room. I'm
does.
sorry. Like,
It does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So I was like, you know what,
Yeah.
let me switch it up a bit.
Yeah.
Let
I'm
me-
just so WATTBA. No, but like, we're going from obviously.
WATTBA?
Where is WATTBA?
What is what? Oh,
Yes, what?
All right. So going from that point, let's set the timeline straight. You know, you had the idea. You're going through those ups and downs. Yeah. What drives you, like, for WATTBA? What's the main? Vision
Yeah,
of
like
this
what's
as
the
well?
what's the thing that you see that you want to show everyone?
So, like one thing, and which is actually the reason why why it's called WATTBA. And I think if I just line in with the story and how it was named, probably like might just makes more sense. And I think you guys probably remember as well, like when I was kind of thinking about for a name.
I purposely forgot for the podcast. So I don't
Okay,
remember.
great, right? Okay, so what happened was,
Yeah.
you know, trying to find a name for the company and the application itself, and I wanted to be something quirky and at the same time like have a lot of meaning. Because like, you know, like when you get gifts and stuff, like anyone can buy you perfume, anyone can buy you something, but
Sounds like a dig, but okay.
What?
what?
Sounds like a dig.
No, no. But well, the next
I feel like I'm in the middle of just
All right,
inside jokes.
go ahead.
Joker.
I'm in the
No,
middle
like,
of inside jokes.
but when it's meaningful, like then that's like, you know, it can be like handmade.
Yeah.
It can be something just on a piece of paper. It can just be a little message.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
But-
when like your kid draws like you,
Yeah.
but it's like just a stick man.
Yeah, like
But you know he did it out of like love. And
out of love. Yeah, exactly. Like my son actually gifted me something the other day. It was something with a handprint.
looks like WATTBA's quite rich then.
Yeah, it was a handprint, and there was a calendar stuck at the bottom.
Okay.
And yeah, when he came home from nursery, like they made that nursery, and,
Yeah.
and it's like one of the first time he actually said, "Here you go, Abuji." He goes, "Me Abuji,"
Yeah.
and he goes, "Here you go, Abuji," and I was like, "Oh my god, thank you." How do you know I needed a calendar? And yeah, and the name basically, I think I was thinking about it, like, you know, first it was gonna be something like trim it, or it was gonna be like fades, or you know, various names, but none
This
of
is
them
so much
actually
better.
like. This but some better name, and like, you know, or cut it, something like that. It was something going to be like this,
Yeah.
but none of those names actually genuinely like appealed to me in the sense like, and I didn't want to just like have a name which literally just kind of focuses on
Yeah.
that one little genre, because WATTBA right now is a booking platform for barbers, salons, and beauticians. However, I have already thoughts for 10 years ahead on what it can actually be. So I actually want it to be how like Google and like all these other companies have like a name that has just become a word.
Yeah.
That's what I want WATTBA to be. I don't want it to be just an acronym for something.
Yeah.
So one time I'm on the way to work and I'm listening to an album. I'm just listening to that album, and I really love that album. And I was just going through the playlist. I got Digital Dash there, got scholarships there, got 30 for 30.
I thought you were saying he has a digital dash in his car, so I was like, why are you like
Actually, let's put
picking
some
up your
context here.
car?
Guys, if you don't know, the album is called WATTBA. What a time to be alive.
To be alive.
But we trademarked it now, so that album is now named after this company. Every time you listen to that album, you should make a booking on our app. Really.
Does that mean we get royalties?
No. But the thing is, we have trademark for WATTBA. We don't have trademark for What a Time to Be Alive. So we have a trademark for the word. Yeah. But the album is called What a Time to Be Alive. Okay. And I really love that album, not just because of like the actual track list or anything.
Jumpman in it?
Yeah.
Amazing tracks on it.
Yeah.
And the music is great. The titles somehow fit well to a tech company in a way. Digital Dash,
Jumpman.
Jumpman, them boys up to something.
Jumpman.
30 for 30?
Yeah.
You're just naming the song.
Diamonds Dancing, Big Rings.
Wait, so that's where you got 30 for 30 from?
Yeah, that's what we got
it
from.
was, yeah. But 30 for 30 is a term anyway. It's a sporting term, 30 for 30. Yeah. It's like when someone does a tribute, it's like, they have a 30 for 30 special.
I thought it was just like very convenient that we do a 30-minute episode of podcast.
No, but it's like 30 for 30, the name of the song was named after 30 for 30, like callbacks. It's like yeah, anyway, that's another story.
Yeah.
There are so many things
Always
within WATTBA that have been coming from the album. Like, you will realize it as soon as you hear more on it. However, and then, I just listened to it, and I saw What a Time to Be Alive. WATTBA. And I was like... Just like that. And I was thinking in my head, like, how can you market it? Thinking about, what salon, what barber, what this, what that. You know what? Get it on WATTBA. Just having various ideas. And I thought, what? This works. And I love it. And I was like, generally, I love it. And usually... before I take any decision, I tend to consult someone. Yeah. And this is probably the only thing of naming something or, actually deciding on something where I did not consult anyone at all. Yeah. And it was just because I was so firm on it. I was just like, no, this is what's going to be called. That's it. No changes. WATTBA. And it just sat right. The feeling was there. And it says, what a time to be alive. I want people to feel good about themselves. So it's not just about a application where businesses can thrive on, get more customers and everything. Yeah. It's actually for people to get the style they want, get the cut they want, sometimes you go and like, oh my God, I wish I had hair like his. Yeah. Well, you can get hair like his because all you need to go is to the right place and you can find that out using WATTBA.
That's a big thing as well, actually. Just going from that point, like something you just don't know, what style is. You don't know what barber does it well. Yeah. If you know what barber speciality is, you'll go to that barber. Yeah. Or even salon, like if you know like this person does this better, then you're gonna go to that rather than, and you'll feel good about yourself. Yeah.
I mean, like there's like, if you go abroad, for example, it is quite, in Germany especially, it is very common over there for men to get face wax. Yeah. Very common. Yeah. Over here, I barely see anyone do it. Yeah. But the thing is, the businesses, they provide these sort of things. Yeah. But it's not highlighted as much because the grooming world here in the UK especially is still at a point where it's going to jump up. Yeah. Like, it's going to jump up crazily. Yeah. 100%. And this is what we're preparing WATTBA for. And we actually want people to know more about WATTBA so that they can get all these things now because they can get to know all these.
And that's the thing as well, like a lot of the local places that we know from trial and error, right? I'm sure you guys know as well, like you've been to that place and after a while you know these places, but these local people, they don't have the same functionalities and the way to be visible on the space, If they have one platform where they can all go onto it, it just helps them, right? Rather than these big franchises. Yeah. Because I'm sure they're going to get there eventually, but you need to take that first step, and that's what we want to provide.
I was watching he's an influencer, he's called Randolph. shout out Randolph. You can.
I don't think
tag
he's
him.
going to be listening, but okay.
We'll make him.
Is he the
We'll
one
make
from
him
What's
listen.
Good podcast?
Yeah, what's good
Yeah.
podcast? Yeah.
Should we get him on this podcast? Do you reckon we'll
Well,
get
you
him
would be great. He's a great talker. I think he's a great talker.
It's a good
on?
rapper.
Congrats on your
Yeah,
girl,
amazing
your
rapper.
baby girl.
Oh yeah,
Oh
congratulations.
yeah, congratulations. Hey, yeah.
I was watching the video yesterday. It was kind of cute.
You know that video is so heartwarming.
Yeah, literally.
It is so heartwarming. Like the way everyone reacts.
Yeah.
And like especially like one of the girlfriends, Talia.
Yeah.
Like
She's
like,
like,
she
starts
just starts
crying.
bursting.
Yeah.
Like
Shout out to
it's
Minnie
actually
Hunter.
really nice. Like I love it when people are so genuine about their feelings and emotion, like just blurt it out. Like I respect something like this, and I'm glad they have friends like this.
Especially after getting exactly the haircut they want on the WATTBA app.
I was saying about Randolph, like he I don't know where he used to live before, but he basically moved down to London.
He was in Nottingham, I think.
He was in Nottingham. Oh, okay. Yeah, because he's got a northern accent. Yeah. So he moved down to London, and he mentioned in one of the podcasts that that he is.
What's going on here?
What?
I said I was about to sneeze and I was like, oh, you lot do it suddenly.
I
But no,
thought
you just stopped after when I came back. To make sure that everyone knows what was going on.
I thought he was doing some
Okay.
new like cinematic segment in the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Just zoom in.
My guy just mumbled and moved away. I was like, what's happening?
I thought you guys were.
He's like,
I thought we were all in, but clearly not.
Yeah. So Randolph basically mentioned that he moved down to London and he's looking for a good barber.
Yeah.
But he goes, I haven't found one yet. People shout out in your comments, I'm gonna go to that person. But I don't know, he hasn't done a video or anything like this about it or mentioned anything afterwards. But I wish I could have provided WATTBA to him back then.
no,
Yeah.
you can provide it to him now.
Yeah.
You should DM him.
Randolph, download it, bro.
Download it, bro.
Just take it, man. We know you watch this podcast. So you may as well download it. Come
Come
on.
on, man.
Like,
We know you're a number one
I'd be
fan.
such a dumb man if he just watches it.
Bro, it was so sick.
Yeah.
that
I'd
would
actually
be,
like
that would be
a
mad.
fan, though.
That would be mad.
Honestly.
I would shout out bigger people if that worked out.
Whoa, he's a very big influence.
I'm not saying he's not big, but I'm saying if that works, I'll be shouting out Barack Obama.
Wow. You think Barack
I'll be
Obama
shouting out The Rock.
It's more important
Hey,
than
Snoop
the
Dogg.
boy. I want Eminem on the podcast.
Oh, my God.
You want Eminem on the podcast? That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'll probably have him
Not the
freestyle.
guy behind the camera. Not him. I want Eminem.
I don't think he's Eminem. I don't think he calls himself Eminem.
No, but I just don't want him.
Guys, do you think he's Eminem? Would you come here? Wait, Atal, can you come here for a second?
What do you
No,
mean?
just come here.
Now I look like a mean guy.
All right, like stand there. Can you zoom in, by the way, in this
Yeah,
camera?
yeah,
Should we
I
use
can.
that camera?
No,
Just look at that camera.
look at that
for a
one.
second. Do you think this guy looks like Eminem? Like,
No.
do you think he has any relevance to Eminem?
Is it? I don't think he listened to it properly. That's not what I
You said
meant.
Eminem, right?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said I want Eminem on the podcast.
Then you said not him.
Yeah, not him. I want Eminem.
Because he's putting me down in the pecking order. I went for my top
Oh.
list.
Oh, do you think? Wait, look at this face.
Because
Do you think Eminem
he's-
is worth more than
because
him?
he's next.
Do you think he's? Do you
He's
think
next.
Eminem,
That's why I said it.
Oh, yeah, teaser for next week.
Teaser for next week.
Yeah.
This guy is
Should we
worth
just
more.
put a blur? As soon as
Let
he
me-
walks in?
Guys, let me tell you
It's
something.
just blood the whole time.
This guy.
Go on. But
a
actually
question
do
mark.
it. Because you mention things in the podcast, but you just never do it.
Whoa, guys,
Come on,
what's
man.
going on?
Just wait, one other thing for you guys.
Let's call
Let me
it
just say-
rinse
let-
each
Let me
other
say one
podcast.
thing. This guy is worth more Eminem. We had the chance to get Eminem. We declined because we want him next
Yeah.
week.
Whoa, that's
Now
not
go
true.
back. Thank you very much.
What the?
Guess what? We're not going to cash in those checks either.
Nope. He's not gonna get any money for a long time. Just like us. We
It's just like
don't
everyone.
get paid. He doesn't get paid.
This office is actually nothing. We just broke in here.
We even, yeah. You think we joke? Eminem is right downstairs right now. We have him. We have him.
You think this is novice? It's just a green screen.
He's 8 miles down the road.
Ah, like we did that.
That's bad.
It's kind of
though.
dead.
It's pretty dead.
2005 reference or something. I don't know when it came
Whoa,
out.
whoa.
When it come out?
He broke.
It's
It
okay,
came
man.
out ages ago.
It's okay.
Came out ages ago.
That's cute. So
Are we going to hold hands for the rest of the podcast?
you should try to.
Let's see who lets go first, innit? Here you go.
Okay.
I win.
Go
I
ahead,
win
guys.
everything. Every day.
I wanted to get out of there.
All I do is win.
All I do is win.
But okay, just going from one thing, right?
Just for that hiccup.
We've now touched on the vision of WATTBA, right? We know where where it wants to be. What is one message you want to give to the people out there? Users, barbers alike, what's your main message that you want to send out?
If anyone was like thinking about joining WATTBA or wanting to use it or wanted to know about it, what's the one message that completely defines what WATTBA is and what it's trying to do?
What WATTBA really means is you need to feel good about yourself. And WATTBA is there to not just show the beauty of people and how a certain media or how the mainstream kind of perceives it. WATTBA is there to actually bring out the beauty within you, the amazing way of, you know, how people sometimes see you or don't even realize how you're seen. Because sometimes, like, you know, my wife probably finds me all right looking. Hopefully.
Let us know in the comments.
Someone else might think I'm not great looking at all, but it's like, you know, but then there's other people who think like, you know what, there's a great looking guy or whatever.
Yeah.
And but then, you know, but the most important thing is you need to love yourself. So WATTBA is here to basically just tell you, like, you know, it is the best time to be alive. What a time to be alive. What a time to love.
So the message of WATTBA is WATTBA.
And wattle.
And what?
Wattle.
I don't know what to say
time
to
to
that.
love yourself. Oh wait.
What a time to love yourself.
Watley.
Sorry, yes,
Watley.
I was kind of messing up the
We
words.
are renaming ourselves to Watley.
What about Watley?
So guys, the message of 2022 is WATTBA.
WATTBA and
The
Watley.
brand, the company is WATTBA.
And Watley.
And brackets Watley.
Hyphenated.
So that's all I've heard in this whole podcast, really. I think, you know, I think that summed it up beautifully. I think that worked out very well, actually. The
It
message
worked
of
out
WATTBA.
very well.
Yeah, because we didn't plan that.
It's like
Clearly,
it's
we
like
didn't
an
plan
assessment
any of
over
this.
here. It worked out very well.
This is like a bit, let's just get something out of the clip. I think you made a very good point. This is a bit like an interrogation.
Yeah, it is.
But it came out very well.
Doesn't feel nice.
You confessed.
This has been the sweetest interrogation ever.
This is the best interrogation. Just like business.
You've been
Yeah.
interrogated before?
Oh, that's a very good point. There's some dark past for this company.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for listening.
No, but genuinely, one thing we got to get out of the way,
sorry,
right?
sorry.
Okay.
It's been great working with you. Hopefully, we can go further as well. But just let you guys know, you know, we're very happy. And for some reason, Eminem is saying there's something wrong. Okay, so Eminem is standing there awkwardly, and that is the sign that we need to end it. So,
Yeah.
guys, thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.
I'll be honest with you, I saw waffling one.
Yeah,
I was trying to figure out a good way.
I'm not gonna lie,
about
I was
waffling.
trying to end it and you keep trying to carry on. So like, can we just end?
I want to end it on the right note. You know?
It is the right note. Thank you for watching. Thank you for
Let him
listening.
have the last word. It's his thing.
Listen,
No, the WATTBA is their thing.
You are behind the camera, yeah? The day you get in front of the camera, you can decide who says what, alright?
So clearly the power has gotten to Walidafy's head. But it makes a point.
This is the
This is the real. This is what he's like.
I'm trying to end the podcast.
This is WATTBA Plus.
Well, all that positive message, what times we like, feel good about yourself to
I'm feeling so
Absolute
good and confident
tyranny.
that I can, you know, go at anyone.
That's a good point, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I've
you
never
know,
seen this called.
but Eminem made a good
neither.
point. Your name's not Eminem, by the way. Eminem
Yeah.
made a very good point. We're going to let the founder of WATTBA end this podcast in 10 words or less. I'm joking. Go.
10
10 minutes or less.
words.
10 words or less.
10
All right.
characters.
Thank you very much, everyone. Please like and subscribe. Subscribe, please. Please do it. And just keep on watching the WATTPOD because you know these guys talk about various topics and they're very, very interesting topics as well. They have an intellectual mind. They will give you sides of perspectives of various ways. So keep on watching them. I really love these guys. They're my brothers. And I hope and pray that we can all have a successful life together. And to everyone else who's watching.
We're not intellectual. but
Not intellectual.
Everything else,
Everything else I agree with.
I have to.
that part. No, but we can't lie to the people. Come on.
I'm sorry. Okay,
We're-
these guys,
Walker's
yeah.
Actually, that's not.
But we work hard.
We work hard.
Very hard.
If we don't know the answer, we may find the answer.
Yeah.
May.
That's
We may,
Strong on
we may
May.
not find the answer, but we work very hard to find it.
Exactly.
May.
So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Peace out.
Right,
Peace
let's-
out.
Wait, what about year?
Oh yeah, WATTBA year.
2022 is the
WATTBA
WATTBA year.
WATTBA year. West side, WATTBA.
Are we watching this way?
I don't.
Let's do one each camera. This camera first. This camera
We'll do this
first.
one here.
This camera first.
Yo.
Is that everything alright?
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
now that camera,
Now this camera.
and now this camera which
Now
I
this
can't
camera.
reach.
You need to move. Yeah, there we go.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Alright,
Now I
thank you
can
guys.
E.
2022. WATTBA year.
WWE.
Hey man, no free marketing.
Sorry, sir.